Hi, my name is Dr. Kimberly Mucker-Johnson, and today I'm going to share with you a book that I've written. Bittersweetness by Kimberly Mucker-Johnson, illustrated by Laura Ryan Kessler. This story is dedicated to one of my former students, Charlotte H. This student is a beautiful hue of dark chocolate, which she felt was too black and too ugly. I want you to know and understand that you are beautiful, you are loved, and you are chosen. I was made from 2 seeds from a cacao tree. These seeds are my mama and daddy. When these seeds reached maturity, then they created their own seeds. I was one of the seeds created from them. My parents packaged the seeds with instructions for me to be the hue of dark chocolate. You see, it was a long time before I understood how parents choose their babies. I finally learned that babies come from seeds planted by their parents. The seeds are in packets with instructions written on them. Some babies come out creamy white with blonde hair and blue eyes. Others are coffee with cream. Sometimes the instructions may say the baby must have smooth, straight hair. This is what some people call good hair. However, the instructions may call for wavy, kinky hair or what some call nappy hair. I've noticed that people do not think dark chocolate babies with nappy hair are cute. I guess no one wants an ugly, dark chocolate baby. As soon as it was time for me to spring from the ground, Mama went to the hospital. Daddy never even showed for my grand entrance. When I entered the world, my mama exited. Not only did she leave my world, but also she took a part of me with her. Was I too ugly? Here I was, dark chocolate with nappy roots. I remember seeing mamas and daddies standing at the nursery window and pointing out their cream babies, coffee with cream babies, butterscotch babies, caramel babies, and milk chocolate babies. They were so happy to show off their little ones. I kept waiting and waiting for someone to come and show me off. No one came. No one touched my cheeks against theirs or made funny faces to make me chuckle. They didn't talk to me in that funny baby language or hold me in their arms while tickling my feet. I don't think that they knew this made me hurt inside. I ached for someone to choose me. I didn't want to be ugly because not being chosen was bitter. Since Mama left me, a lady at the hospital called for someone in my family to choose me, or I would have to be placed in foster care. My auntie came to the hospital and chose me. Hugging and kissing, she held me in her arms. She held me so close to her chest that I could hear her heartbeat. Her soft breaths in my ear calmed me as she sang. I never felt so loved, and I didn't want to ever lose this feeling. I hope she didn't notice how dark I was, how ugly I was. As I grew, I saw Mama at family barbecues, celebrations, funerals, and holidays. She talked about how big I was getting, but she never told me that I was pretty, and she never even mumbled that she missed me. It seems like there was always a quick kiss and a hug. Then she was gone again. She still didn't want me. It hurts not to be chosen by your own mama. At school, we would make Mother's Day cards for mothers. I will always make my card an Auntie's Day card because my auntie is the one that chose me. I would use a pink crayon to write in big letters, Auntie. I wanted to show how much I appreciated her for choosing me. It was a big deal. Even after being chosen, there was still something tugging at my heart, something that made me feel inadequate, not pretty, not enough, not special. I took a deep look inside only to discover that I was in a constant struggle with loving myself. I kept asking myself, what is wrong with me being me? Looking in the mirror only caused more questions. Did my big wide nose protrude from my face? Did my ears poke out? Was my hair too nappy? Were my lips too big? Did I remind my mother of a smashed raisin or a trampled chocolate chip? Was I too dark? Was I too ugly? At recess one day, I told Khadijah that I was nothing but a trampled chocolate chip. Mrs. Brown's eyes told me that they did not approve of such talk, and then they watched me for the rest of the time we were outside. I did not know any other way to be but bitter. How would you feel if your mama did not want you? The next day, Mrs. Brown read a story about chocolate. The cacao tree grows up and produces golden ponds with cream-colored cacao beans inside. When these beans are exposed to air, they change to a purple color. The beans are dried out, and this is when their beautiful dark chocolate color appears. Mrs. Brown went on to say the Aztec Indians used to grind cacao beans to make a bitter chocolate drink. Later, some Spanish explorers decided to sweeten the drink by adding sugar to it. It was some lady named Ruth Wakefield who decided to add pieces of chocolate to butter cookies. These were the first chocolate chip cookies. All of this bitter and sweetness reminded me of my auntie. After all, my auntie took all the bitterness and sweetened it with a sugar called love. I told my auntie all about Mrs. Brown's eyes and her story. She smiled when I told her how the Spanish explorers turned something bitter into something sweet. Then auntie said, baby, you have been through some bitter things, but you are covered with sweetness. Sweetie, you must learn how to love yourself before you can appreciate the love that others have for you. I decided from then on, when I look in the mirror, that I would choose to see myself as sweet, not bitter. I see my beautiful chocolate skin as succulent, with pearly teeth surrounded by luscious lips. The twists and knots that cover my head look like an intricate pattern, a designer's original. There are some people that would love to have a braided crown like mine. Oh, how I love me. My auntie often comes in my bed at night and rocks me to sleep. She caresses and tells me how much she loves me. She is like a shield protecting me from the bitterness in my life. She showed me how to love me and that there is nothing wrong with me. In Auntie's eyes, all the hurt dissipates because she makes me believe I am worth it. I do believe I am worth it. It is my reflection in her eyes that says, I am beautiful, I am chosen, I am loved. And today I want you to know that you are beautiful, you are loved, and you are chosen. The end. Bittersweetness by Kimberly Mucker-Johnson, illustrated by Laura Ryan Kessler.